Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. So this is going to be a video about makeup that I've hit pan on because I love it so much, that I use it so much, that I've pretty much almost used it up. And I am always really curious and I love watching these videos because I want to know the makeup that people use so much that they use the whole thing up, or they're just like trying to use it up but there's so much product they can't, because that's how you really know when someone likes something. Am I right? First, I'm going to start with this bronzer palette. This is the Physician Formula Bronzing Palette. You get 3 bronzers in here. This is about $11.99. And this shade right here, the light bronzer, is absolutely amazing. I've hit pan on this. These two are more shimmery, but this one was my perfect winter bronze. And the formula of these is like a high-end bronzer. It's super buttery, super blendable, amazing. And so you can get this little bronzer at Ulta. And I just really love this shade Light Bronze, so I hit pan on that. And all these products are going to be linked below. So next is a very popular highlighter. This is the MAC Soft and Gentle Highlight. And I hit pan on this. This is about 6 years old and I do not care. I think this highlighter is flawless. A lot of my makeup is old, but it still works. So this is the beautiful, beautiful Soft and Gentle Highlight. It's so stunning. And yeah, I actually still use this from time to time. It's just that I got kind of tired of it, but it is a really, really good highlighter. And so this is the Soft and Gentle highlighter. Next is another bronzer, and this is a drugstore bronzer. This is the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. This is also a really good winter bronzer. And these just blend out so well. Super blendable, super pigmented. Probably one of the best bronzer drugstore formulas besides Physician Formula's butter bronzers, but this bronzer is so good. I love it. I want to try out the darker shade for the springtime summer looks, but the Maybelline City Bronzer is definitely a really good drugstore bronzer that you should try out. Next, I have e.l.f. Always Cheeky. I'm actually wearing this on my face right now, and right now I'm wearing the Maybelline City Bronzer, by the way. But the e.l.f. Always Cheeky, I hit pan on this. It is a stunning corally pink all matte blush, and this is absolutely perfect for spring. I'm wearing it today. I love this, especially wearing it like throughout the day. It like looks better throughout the day. It just like blends in. I don't know, this is like my perfect blush shade and it's so good. It's long lasting. It's e.l.f. It's drugstore. It's affordable. Highly recommend Always Cheeky by e.l.f. You should definitely try out their blushes. Alright, so next is a more expensive blush. This is a Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Love Glow. It is a really, really pretty shimmery blush. This was actually a perfect blush shade for me during the winter because it's very light and glowy, and it's a really good blush. It is $38. But I do love it. There's something about the shade selection of Charlotte Tilbury's blushes that just look really good on just about anybody. It's just a really good shade selection. But this Love Glow shade is perfect for the winter months and just really fair skin. And it just looks really good. I love this blush. I got this with a gift card. But again, Charlotte Tilbury kills it every time, and this Charlotte Tilbury blush is just really, really good. Next, this is a translucent setting powder. This is Flower Oat Translucent by Beauty Bakery. It's just a really good setting powder, and there's just barely anything left in there. This is probably my third one I've gone through. And if you're looking for a really good setting powder, you don't want to spend as much as the Laura Mercier setting powder, then I highly recommend Beauty Bakery Flower. This is in the shade Oat. They do have a lighter shade and they do have some darker shades, but this is just a really, really good setting powder. So next is a highlighter. This is the Tarte Exposed Highlight. So this is a glittery, shimmery highlight. And it's just so, like, look at that. It is so stunning. I was kind of like, oh, this is super glittery, but like, I was like, oh, this is super glittery, but wearing it on the face, it's just this perfect highlight. It just blends out beautifully on the skin, and it's really not that glittery when you put it on your cheek. But this is just a really good highlight. Exposed by Tarte. Love this highlight, especially for highlighting the inner corner. So if you're looking for a really good highlighter that's just like vibrant, fierce, all around good, then I highly recommend Expose by Tarte. So this is another really popular bronzer. This is the Hoola bronzer. This is like the original Hoola bronzer, and this is a travel size. I hit pan on this. I really like this to bronze. I don't really touch this as much, but it is just a really good bronzer, and it's really good and travel friendly. This is the travel size, but I did hit pan on my travel size Hoola bronzer. So next is a product that they don't make anymore. This is the Becca Light Shifting Finishing Veil Powder. I love this stuff. It is just beautiful. It reflects light. It's got a little bit of iridescent in there. It's so good at setting your makeup. I love this stuff, but they no longer make it. So you gotta find it on like Amazon or whatever. But this is such a flawless setting powder. I absolutely love it. And I did hit pan on it, and it's just really, really good. Again, the Becca Light Shifting Finishing Veil Powder. So next is a highlighting palette. This is by Too Faced. This is the Turn Up the Light palette in the shade Medium. And this highlight right here, this glow, stunning. So beautiful. I love it. I hit pan on it. And this Soft Focus powder is the perfect dupe for Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. And I haven't hit pan on this, and I used to use this every day. It's been a while, but I'm starting to touch on it again. And this palette is just so perfect. It's a little on the pricey side. It's about $42, but you do get these two really great shades. This one's more glittery. I really don't use this one ever, but these two are totally worth the price. And it's not really travel friendly because it's very bulky, but I love this little highlighting palette and I highly recommend it. So next is eyeshadows I've used up. This is the Tarte Full Bloom palette. I've only had this for like 3 or 4 months, but this shade Delicate right here has been like my go-to crease shade. It's a cool tone transition shade and I absolutely love it. But I have used this palette a lot. I have a lot of tutorials using this palette. I'll have them linked in a playlist up here. But I highly recommend this palette. It's a limited edition palette, so I hope they still have this available, but it's so good and I love it. I'm a huge eyeshadow person. Like, eyeshadow is pretty much what started my YouTube channel. I love eyeshadow tutorials. So this is the Renaissance Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I have hit pan on a few of these shades. This is a really old palette, but this is like one of the most purchased, like loved palettes of all time. And so my palette also is well loved. And I hit pan on all these shades. These are all the warm, transition, neutral shades. And this is also just a really good palette. I'm sure you already own this. Everybody has it. But my Modern Renaissance palette is much loved. And Morphe setting spray is just a well-loved setting spray. I love this stuff. And this one is pretty much empty. I have gone through so many of these. But the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray Mist is amazing. Highly recommend this. So I'm going to have everything linked below, but comment in the comment section things that you hit pan on, things that you are trying to hit pan on. I just really love the whole pan project and just using the makeup that you have completely. And then, of course, like when someone hits pan on a product, you know they really, really love it because they pretty much used up the entire thing. So yeah, that completes my makeup I hit pan on video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video.